another edition of the Jaeger FC Community Talk. Gabe Farias here at the Madonna Center in the Westside of San Antonio, talking about one of the fantastic initiatives we have here in Greater San Antonio, and that's the Dual Generation Initiative. That's been here in San Antonio for about 13 years, but here at the Madonna Center, it's been here for 3 years. Our wonderful guest that we have, we've got Cameron Serrato, who is the coordinator for this initiative here at Madonna Center, and we've got Tanya Hernandez, who is a parent participating in this initiative. Guys, thank you so very much for taking the time to join a conversation with yours truly. I'm so honored.
Thank you for having us.
Awesome. Cameron, the program has been in San Antonio. Or the initiative has been in San Antonio for 13 years. How did it end up at the Madonna Center? But before that, talk about the Dual Generation Initiative.
Yes, so our Dual Generation Initiative is for parents who have children aging 0 to 10 in the household. Our goal is to empower parents to go back to school and further their education. We want to ensure that they gain self-sufficiency throughout the initiative, as well as finishing school, going to school, finishing school, and then also obtaining a job in their field of study, whatever that may be. So we stayed with them throughout the whole process of that. How do I say that?
Transformation of their of their lives and of their families.
As to get out of poverty. So that's kind of our whole goal is. Sorry.
No, that's fine. You're good.
So we stay with them throughout the initiative. So enrolling into school, starting school, finishing school, graduating, and then ensuring that they have a job in their field of study for about 6 months or longer in order to sustain that self-sufficiency and to work into getting out of the poverty level that is based here in San Antonio.
Awesome. Tanya, right quick, thank you for joining the program again. How did you and your family become a part of this program here at the Madonna Center?
I first started the program about 2 years ago.
Okay.
2 years ago, my children attended the center, and I heard about the program, and then so I signed up. I wasn't too sure. I hadn't been in school in a while. But then after talking with Cameron, and she helped me a lot to get everything started. So once it was started, it wasn't that hard to keep going. It's a good program. It's positive, and
it's fantastic. And my question to you is, because I'm 53 years old and I've had the fortunes of a great education, but I'm still scared to try new things. What gave you the ability to say, you know what, this is something that I can try to better my family? What was it that in your head that made you want to join this program?
Well, my kids. I have my son. He was in high school, and he's always wanted me to go back to school. I have my associates, and I was waiting, and then when they told me about the program, I said, might as well do it now. My kids were already in school. I had a little bit of time on my hands, so going back to school, it was getting my foot in the door that was keeping me, holding me back.
Sure.
But with the help of Dual Generation, it wasn't so scary to start doing the process.
Yeah, Cameron, what do you see? Because to me, I see the West Side as one of the most beautiful areas in the country. I think it's so underrated. There's so much beauty. There's so much pride here. And the one thing I notice about the parents here is they love and adore and will do anything for their children. Would you say that's the motivating factor, is not only wanting to help yourself as a parent, but wanting to do better for your kids? Would you say that's kind of a motivating factor for this program?
Yes, definitely. So again, with Dual Gen, it's called Dual for a reason. So we work with both the parent and child.
Sure.
So with that, we have the parent aspect, which is the parent going back to school, furthering the education, getting self-sufficiency, but we also offer programs that build children's development. So that being the one that we offer here is Los Niños Bien Educados, which is a 10-week course parenting class. Sorry.
I can't say that. At least you got it out of your mouth. It would have taken me like 10 times to try that. Yeah.
So we help parents build a more positive parenting aspect on how to parent children, knowing the culture we live in, Latino, Hispanic, it's from generation to generation to generation. So teaching parents a healthier and a more positive parenting method, which Tanya has also taken a class as well. So that's just one of the ones that we offer. We also have some that range from KLRNs, Play and Learn. We have our hippie program that's also here at the Madonna Center. So we have different child components that pertain to parents in order to help develop the child development. So that's just some of what parents can take while being in our dual generation initiative.
You know, Cameron, and this is coming from an individual who had wonderful parents and wonderful grandparents, but from generation to generation, the way they parented and the way that they grandparented is different than the way that I parent and soon to be grandparent. And you have to make those adjustments in life because of how we are in society. What are some of the tools that you provide those parents to adjust to how to be great parents in society now?
So one of the methods that we go throughout Los Niños is our positive praise method. So that's just one skill, and it's teaching parents to praise children, even for the little things. And even Tanya's daughter can count for that, because even when Tanya doesn't praise her child's like, you didn't praise me. Yeah. And throughout this course, when we're teaching it, I learned that a lot of parents weren't praised as children, so they don't know how to praise or how to accept praise themselves. So that's just one of the many that we teach throughout the program. But even with Dojen and Los Niños, a big part of our parents and how they parent us is stress, and that's with bills, rent, utilities, anything like that. So that's also some things that we're able to assist with while they're going to school, while they're in the initiative, while they're doing their child components, finishing school. That's also something we can possibly take off their plate at some point.
Tanya, there's so many different components to this fantastic, the dual generation initiative. What's one thing that's really made a difference in your life that pertains to you and how you parent and how you're living your life with your family?
Well, since I'm able to go back to school, and like I said, I was working, but it was something that I really didn't want to be doing forever. So by going back to school and with the program, it's allowed me to go back and get the degree I actually want, and it helped me to realize that you can change your mind about what you want to do in life, and it's okay, and you could go back at any age, and whatever you need help with, they're there to help. And it really did help. We needed help with utilities at one time. They helped us because we were going through some struggles, and I think it's just positive. Like she said, the Los Niños program also, my daughter really liked it. She always asks me to give her rewards and to praise her, and I've stopped yelling a lot because of the program also. So
what I love about this program is it creates, and I know that it's in the word, but it creates generational change. Tanya, this question also is for you. What do you hope your children get out of this as they head towards someday being parents? Because it seems like what we go through as Latinos is a cycle that just keeps going and going, and initiatives like this help with not stopping the cycle, but change. You're a great mom, you're a great parent, but these programs create generational change. How do you see this affecting your daughters and your daughters' daughters and daughters' sons moving forward?
That they don't have to give up, that there's somebody out there that could help them. With Los Niños, they say with Hispanic families that the first thing they want to do is yell and spank and, get after and not talk to the children. And with that program, it helped me to talk to the kids more and to explain what the problem was. And by doing so, my daughter understood more of what she was doing, and she would stop doing that action.
Cameron, not so much from a programmatic standpoint, but from, again, a generational change standpoint, what do you think is the one component to this initiative that you think is making the biggest impact in helping with that generational change? And I only say that because anybody can do bill assistance, anybody can help with those types of components. But to me, it's knowledge. What do you think is the biggest part of this program that's helping that change?
I think the biggest part is parents having an outlet. So a lot of the times, parents will come to me and kind of just let everything out.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't have that. So being the coach for them, being that person that they can go to be like, hey, I have an issue with this. This is going on with me. And be like, okay, you know what? Let's coach this together. Let's figure out what the issue is. And then helping them, I mean, to go back to school, further the education, and then to be the one they call to be like, hey, you know what? I finished, or, you know, I passed my test. To me, I'm like, okay, like, you're able to tell me that, like, you're able to, you know, have that conversation with me. And I generally love that, like, when a parent's able to call me and just let me know, like, hey, I passed my test, like, you know, I have this coming up. And I'm like, okay, great, like, good, like, okay, what's next? What's our next step? What are you doing next? So even after sometimes they finish school, it can be for RN, you know, and then they want to go further and keep going further. So being that outlet for them is one huge impact that I bring to the table with them, along with them. But yeah, I mean, the parents, at the end of the day, the parents are the ones doing it. I'm just helping them along the way. But being that person that they can go to for in order to achieve that goal.
Sure. Tanya, this is going to be probably the toughest question I'm going to ask you. So I'm preparing you. Okay. Do I look like a waiter in this shirt? Okay, that's not the question. That's not the question. Yeah, you used to work at Pico de Gallo, right? No, give me one word, okay? One word that you can think of when describing how this program has personally affected you and your family. Just in one word, sum up the dual generation initiative for me.
It's been motivational.
Motivational, that's fantastic. And the follow-up to that is, what are you doing to tell other parents you need to be a part of this to help create that generational change?
I actually like to tell everybody about the programs. I'm always telling people, you should join this program.
Wow, that's great.
She's our biggest recruit.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's wonderful.
I actually have someone that wants to join today also. But
That's great.
I tell them that, you know, like, it's a way to change your whole outlook on the way you live your life with your family. You know, some people think that they can't, like, get out of the same routine. They're just stuck. And through the initiative, they help people to see further than what they're used to.
Exactly. Cameron, right quick, how can people get involved? What's a phone number? What's a website? How can they get in touch with you guys for this program?
Yeah, definitely. So you can contact us at the Madonna Center, which is 210-432-2374. Or you can reach out to myself or Sharon Guzman. My email is cserrato at madonnacentersa.org. And then Sharon is sguzman at madonnacentersa.org. We could do the application online, or we can do the application in person and get all the information that we need and get you all set up to start.
Yeah, once again, that phone number here at the Madonna Center, 210-432-2374. Are there any geographic limitations? Do they have to be from the west side, this area? Can they be from any part of town to get help?
Yes, so we work with our west side families, our 3 west side zip codes, and then we also have, we work with 10 zip codes on the east side as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Once again, that phone number, 210-432-2374. 2374. It's the Dual Generation Initiative. Cameron Serrato, the wonderful coordinator, and man, an inspirational, motivational person. Tanya Hernandez, one of the proud parents participating in this. Guys, thank you so very much for taking the time to join the program.
Thank you.
All right, guys, on behalf of Cameron and Tanya and all the wonderful folks here at the Madonna Center, I'm Gabe Farias, wrapping up this edition of the Jaeger FC Community Talk. Enjoy, folks.